Hi, good morning, students. Today we are starting the new chapter. It is related to magnetism, moving charges and magnetism. In the lower class, you might have heard about magnets and magnetic materials, U magnet, bar magnet, ring magnet, etc. So, what is actually a magnet? You know, magnets are the materials which has the ability to attract some iron filings, and they, when suspended freely on earth's surface, they align in the north south direction of the earth always. So magnets are the materials which show magnetism. What is magnetism? It is a property by which that material can attract some iron filings, and also when they suspended freely on the earth's surface, that magnetic material will align itself along the geographic north south direction of the earth, and hence that magnet has two poles, which are the north pole and the south pole. That is, when we suspended the magnet, that magnet align itself along the north south direction of that earth. Now, what end of the magnet is pointed towards the Earth's north? It is called the magnetic north pole, and that end of the magnet which is pointed towards the geographic north of the Earth, it is called the south pole. So, magnet has poles, and magnets has the attraction and the repulsion property. Means, in the case of magnetic material, two like poles will repel each other. South pole will repel another south pole. North pole will repel another north pole. But unlike poles, opposite poles, they are attracted. So there is magnetic force of attraction and magnetic force of repulsion depending upon the nature of polarity. And see, for any magnet, there is a space around it. Only within that space it can show its magnetic property. We have already discussed electric field around an electric charge. What was that electric field around a charge? It is that space around the electric charge in which, only in which it shows its electric force of interaction with another test charges. Similarly, around any magnetic material, there is a region of space within which, only within which that space, this magnet can show its magnetic property, and that space around the magnet in which it shows that magnetic property, it is called the magnetic field. Okay. Now, in the case of a bar magnet, north pole and south pole is there. If you are placing a compass, a freely moving compass with its north pole and south pole, it is seen that the north tip of the compass is moving away from the north pole as they are repelling from each other. And when we are placing that compass at the south pole of the magnet, what happens? This north pole is attracting toward this. So when we are placing that magnetic compass around that bar magnet, it shows that path taken by the north tip of the compass when it is freely moving is following a continuous path, and that path followed by the freely moving north pole of a compass needle around a magnetic material is not a magnetic field line. So magnetic field line is the path followed by a freely moving north tip of a compass needle around a magnetic material in its magnetic field. So we can have infinite number of magnetic field lines around a magnetic material, and it shows that the magnetic field lines, it is showing the direction north to south outside the magnetic material, and inside the magnet it is from south to north. So magnetic field lines are continuous and closed curves around a magnet, and they are not intersected. The direction of magnetic field at any space around this magnetic material can be obtained by drawing a tangent to the magnetic field at that point. If you are drawing the tangent to that magnetic field line, it will show the direction of magnetic field intensity at the space. So magnetic field lines are continuous and closed curves. They are showing the direction north to south outside the magnet and south to north inside the magnet. No two magnetic field lines are intersected, as they are giving the direction of magnetic field at the space. Suppose they are when intersected, it means at the intersecting point that a magnetic compass are showing two directions simultaneously. Uh, it is impossible. No two magnetic field lines are intersected, because if they are intersected, it means at the same point a compass needle should show two directions. It is impossible. So we have an idea about the magnetic material, magnetic property, then magnetic field line. Now we are switching to our uh, magnetism, how it is generated, what is the cause of magnetism. And it is very certain that electricity is the cause of magnetism, or moving charge is the cause of magnetism. Wherever there is a movement of that electric charge, wherever there is a movement of electric charge, it will cause the magnetic property, or magnetism is generated by the movement of electric charges. That we will discuss in detail. Now we are discussing that Oersted's experiment on magnetism, to prove that magnetism is generated by the flow of electric current, that we will discuss. Oersted experiment is that arrangement in which a straight conductor AB is connected to a source of EMF with a certain voltage V, and a switch is connected. Under that wire, a magnetic compass is kept. This setup is already along the south to north direction. So now this compass is not deflected. Now when we switch on this circuit, now the current start flow from south to north. At the time, this north tip of the compass is deflected towards the west. So arrangement is that a conductor AB is connected to a source of EMF. So when we turn on the circuit, there will be a flow of current, and under which compass needle is kept. So when we switch on the circuit, the current is flowing from south to north over the wire, south to north through the wire, and at the time the compass shows a deflection. Deflection is in such a way that when the current is flowing from south to north direction, the north tip of the compass is deflected to the west. And when we reverse the direction, of current, and when the current is flowing from north to south direction, the north tip of the compass will be deflected towards the east. So it is very clear that the deflection of the compass is due to the generation of some magnetic field in the space. And why this magnetic field is generated? It is only generated when the flow of current is there in the wire. So whenever a flow of current is there in a wire, a magnetic field is generated around it. So this is called the magnetic effect of electricity. Whenever there is a flow of current through a wire, a magnetic property or magnetic field is generated around that wire, right? The direction of magnetic field generated is dependent on the direction of current flowing through this wire. We have seen that when the current is flowing from south to north direction, the north tip is deflected to the west. When we reverse the direction of current, that means the current is flowing from north to south, the deflection is towards the east. So magnetism is generated due to the flow of current. The direction of magnetic field generated is dependent on the direction of flow of current. Okay, now when we are having a straight wire carrying current, the magnetic field is generated, and the magnetic field pattern around the wire is certain concentric circles. The magnetic field around a straight wire carrying current are concentric circles, right? And these concentric circles are crowded at the nearest points of the wire, and when moving away from the straight wire, the separation between the magnetic field lines are increasing. If the separation between magnetic field lines are increasing, it means the magnetic field is getting weaker and weaker. But when they are very crowded, it is very certain that the magnetic field strength is very large. Now, the direction of magnetic field is not found in this situation. So we are using Maxwell's right hand grip rule to detect the direction of magnetic field around a straight wire carrying current. It states that the direction of magnetic field around a straight wire carrying current can be obtained by using right hand thumb rule by Maxwell. It states that imagine we are held a current carrying conductor in our right hand such that the direction of the thumb shows the direction of current through the wire. Then the curled fingers or the wrapped fingers around that conductor will show the direction of magnetic field. So right hand grip rule is used to determine the direction of magnetic field around a straight conductor carrying current. It states that imagine we are held a current carrying conductor in the straight right hand such that the thumb points in the direction of current through the wire, then the wrapped fingers around the wire will show the direction of magnetic field. So here the current is flowing upward, so the direction of curled fingers are in this direction. So this shows the direction of magnetic field. Similarly, when we are placing the wire like this, so current is flowing along this direction. So the curled fingers means like this. So at the top, at the point above the wire, the magnetic field is coming out of the wire, out of the plane of the board. Here we are held the conductor like this, current is flowing like this, so magnetic field is coming out of the plane of the board. Here the magnetic field is getting into the plane of the board like this. So we are using right hand thumb rule to determine the direction of magnetic field around a straight wire carrying current.